I have a special guest with me, my niece in the background. And so here's the thing, tear it up. Right now I'm in the middle of the uh well, I'm in the middle of the 5-day Death Mother series. And I was doing my live stream this morning on Facebook and it just cut off. And it's chaotic and I'm with it. And it just cut off and I was talking and I thought it was off and I kept going and then I went to the screen and it just cut off. So I started to talk about that deeper level of power. Like, anyway, and even my camera up here, because I also have my cell phone camera going, even that didn't. Hi. Even that didn't capture it. Hi. I want to invite you to reach out to me. I want to invite you to reach out to me. So I want you to consider something. So astrologist that I'm talking to, I just talked to an astrologist last week, a woman. Then there's this other astrologist who's doing his thing online. And I talked to him maybe like a month ago. And then and different people I'm hearing talk and who I'm talking to keep talking and it's like, what's coming, what's coming, what's coming. And it's always the now, first of all. And then also there's still this subtle like there's something outside of us that's gonna come and do something. Is this hi? Is this public right now? Hi. Yeah, it is public. And something I mentioned this morning is that the consciousness of all has always been here. Like planes came out in the 20th century, but they could have. The reason why they were not here in the 17th century, in the 15th century, and previous centuries is because the frequency of the people, the consciousness of the people, the allowing of the people. We unload so much of our power onto other things. We unload so much of our power. And we the magnitude of who we are is so vast. Like there's keep being talking about it, but the beingness of it, like I'm so available to play. Like, but the thing about it is when you're still very much hooked into complexes, you're hooked into ideology. That's the whole rig. Like the only way, like to maintain control before the birth of Christianity and what we now call divine order, nuclear, it was not like the way it is. Yes, babies were made, but the way we were organized ourselves it wasn't like this. Basically, agriculture is what had man start deciding that they were going to control. Okay, and they needed to organize man to live and think and value a certain way. Much of this is documented. Okay, and then a lot of it you can intuit it. Specifically as women, beings that have a womb can intuit things that only those with a womb can intuit. Okay. And archaeologists found non-DNA'd, meaning humans that didn't share DNA. What is this that I'm seeing on my screen? Humans that didn't share DNA would be buried under the bed of others. They didn't share DNA. So basically there wasn't this nuclear, how we have this, the way we revere the nuclear family today, and the way how so much is so upside down. And what I'm saying is, if you're a woman, if you're a Black woman, if you're wise, if you're dangerously potent, if you're a Black woman who's wise and dangerously potent, wise and dangerously potent, wise and dangerously potent, and you see just the bullshit of it all, I I have clients who are married and they're very well of the fact that they're just playing a role for the now. That they're just, that the fullness of who they are is not being lived in that marriage. And um, when there's nobody around you in your immediate family, friends, social people to really speak to the hidden parts of the depth and multitude of you as a woman, the parts of you that patriarchy and that men trained everybody to start to push down and disrespect. And you are meant for this and this only. I mean, there was a book, here it is. When Facebook cut my video off this morning, I went back and looked at it. They cut my video off right when I put up this book, and I kept saying the words, and I started talking in detail about the ways that they've flipped things upside down in people's mind and have gotten powerful beings to agree with their system at deep unconscious levels, and how now we're just living complexes. Because when you pull a thing from its natural thing and you give it something else, it must create a complex to compensate for being in foreign land. It creates complexity, and that's when we get, sort of like an offshoot is created, like a third arm, and a third arm is created in the form of a complex for that person to get along. And by the way, isn't she gorgeous? Hi. Yeah. Like to be. Look, it's telling me my connection is. Girl, listen. So here's the thing: you are a wise and potent Black woman who, that. The reason why I titled this video "Tear It Up" is because some shit is gonna get tore up. But this is exactly what we need, though, right? We also need men. Gosh, we need men badly. We need men badly who are willing to tear it up with us. A lot of men, like I said earlier, men they use their. Dame Dash talked about this in an interview on a podcast last week, I think it was. It was brilliant. He talked about how he was like, it's pretty evident to me that God is a woman. It's not even about that. The God is a woman part, whatever. You can think what you want about that. It doesn't matter at the end of the day in the grandest sense. He said that the way we live in now basically is a mess. You should go watch it. It was the name of the podcast is called The Diary of a CEO. You can find it on YouTube. Diary of a CEO. Light-skinned British guy, Black British man is the host, and Dame Dash is on there, and he talked a lot about Jay-Z and that relationship and other things. And he talked about spirituality without talking directly at it. And he said, that because men have muscle, the physical strength, which we don't have, they then feared everybody and got everybody into living a certain way, and now we in some fucked up shit. Basically, go watch it. You're here. You hear him say it. And so now men have used their physical strength because there was mass killings to get folks to agree to Christianity. Christianity was not accepted when it first hit the scene. Mass social distortion, creating mass psychosis at the time to get people to agree. And now people just walk around not even realizing what was done to get you to agree to the sickness that we're all living in today. Okay. And so I would like, it's not even, it's like, it's what I'm here for. Like, I'm really on some, like, I'm ready to go, God. Like, what do we do? Like, I did it. I'm doing it. We done, and then there's a frequency to be repeated because certain people have to be available to put down a frequency. Certain people have to be available to put down a frequency because when everybody is doing the same thing in their routine, living inside of their prison, calling it divine order, or living inside of their whatever, their Catholicism, their, all the people who are not even thinking, you know what I mean? The folks who are living inside of Mormonship and the people who are living inside of whatever their system of thinking is. Um, that means they're not available to put down the frequency for what's here now. That, like, the frequency that's available now is just looming. It's just right here. It's like a cloud looming, and it needs to come down through beings. But the being has to be available for it to come down. You see? So that's a big part of the reason why I'm still even alive. Because even earlier this year, I was like, I have a plan for how to end it, and I was just like, let's go. I'm ready to go. And it's like the real power that's available is here. If I'm here, because I'm here, the power is here. It's available to us. We're very scared, scared to death. We're very much hooked into the system, and that's how it's all set up. Your energy needs to be hooked into it for it to even work. For this to keep doing like it's doing now, you have to agree. I have to agree to it. Everybody's energy needs to agree to it. And the destabilization right now is because so many people are starting to disagree with it. And now people are feeling anxiety and they don't know why. And the disease is at an all-time high. Cancer is at an all-time high. Sickness, separation, gender wars, identity wars, climate wars, nature wars. It's like all these wars going on because one, you can't kill nature, right? The chain of shaitan wasn't made that strong, trying to pretend that your word is your bond, but until you do right, all you do will go wrong. And that's even a nuanced statement, because what is right and what is wrong, right? Many of us cannot see. We are regurgitating old ideology that's been passed down to us. And so I am here and available to play. I love for real. I read something earlier that talked about most of us don't really know what love is. I even read from this book this morning about it. Most of us don't even really know what love is. Most of us are just playing out programming. We're playing out Mama, no, please. Thank you. Playing out ideology, playing out a value system that we inherited from our families. Fine, whatever, do whatever you like. What I'm saying is nature is talking and speaking. I am here. My time is limited, and the last couple of months I've even done great reconciliation to keep me here, because I've been like, I'm ready to go. Like, the power is here, and folks are blind. Black men are refusing left and right. I've reached out to several Black men over the last several years, and they are ignoring me, blocking me, quietly watching me. So the only thing that's stopping us is us. The only thing stopping us, there's nothing stopping, nothing. You can create that this idea that there's a stop, but you the only stop. And whenever I hear Douglas Falk is one man who, he's written books, he purveys himself as a teacher. He calls himself the male witch of the South. He even talked about, men have conquered for so long and controlled and harmed and created war so long. We too far gone. We too far gone in disrespecting women and not allowing the feminine in. He just wrote a book called Woman. It just came out. Dame Dash talked about the fact that men got us in war. Dame Dash, former Rockefeller CEO or boss or whatever he was over there, talked about men have us at war. And he said, is that the stupidest thing you can do, is have people at war? See? And the ones that's making right, it's nothing stopping us. Why are you all of these? Listen, folks are either blind, they are in refusal, or they scared. They're blind, they're in refusal, or they're scared. They're blind, they're in refusal, or they're scared. That's what's going on here. Okay. So nothing is stopping you. Fear has been here since the beginning. It's always going to be here. So what? You still have a choice. Your answer is always in your problem. Anything you perceive as a problem, there is an answer in it. I am here. I have been here. I've been on YouTube for 11 years. Call me. Call me. I'm available. Fly here to Sacramento. Do I need to fly to you? Is that what's going on here? Right? Because we can create so much more. You reconcile your fear of death, you really living once you reconcile your fear of death. Once you get over your fear of losing money, losing your husband, losing your wife, losing your house, losing all those things, and you truly, truly get over the fear of losing that, and then open yourself up to what you really are here for, which is to live fully, like really live. Okay, when you fully living, you naturally gonna be on different continents. Life is about lifing. When you fully living, your spirit is gonna wanna. You gonna life. You gonna want to connect with your likeness. The spirit had me like reaching out to these men, and I'm like, why? Men who was ignoring me. They online calling themselves kings and powerful, and black people is this, and are together in community, and that they visit all the realms, and that they know, and that they this, and that they that. And then a powerful black being is in your presence, and you don't want to connect with that? Yeah. What's really running your show, sir? Your shit ain't true. Your shit ain't pure. You got a glitch in your shit. See? Blind, refusal, or scared. Blind, refusal, scared. I talked to a black male astrologist about a month ago. He said, yeah, we black men is refusing big time. Refusing big time. Refusing big time. So the beings with the pussy need to move, okay? The beings with the pussy need to move. You hear me? And see, when you are available, if you're not available, you can have all the knowledge in the world. Dr. Gabor Mate has been talking about this. He said our world today is governed by left brain thinking. All your scientists to keep white boys employed and to keep us consciously hooked into them as the voice, the leader, the powers, the knowings. That's what science is about. You listen to any scientist long enough, and if he gets questioned well, which on Lex Friedman's podcast, he asks very good questions. He's an AI guy, teaches at MIT. And Mama, please don't. Okay, thank you. You get to asking questions, and at the end of the day, the scientist always ends up saying, that's beyond human understanding. And what's not said in that is, as a scientist, I can't study that, give you that, answer that. Okay? So that place beyond human understanding is in the womb. Okay? And yes, men absolutely can tap into the infinite for sure. And come on now, you were told and trained and conditioned out of your body and the wisdom of your body so that men could control you. Okay? So that you would defer to men. They needed to control agriculture, and this awareness of land and wanting to control agriculture and land birthed men gradually organizing things. And Mama, please don't kick, okay? Organizing things in a way to get us to be in these nuclear isolated systems and incentivized to cooperate by social congratulations, because that's one of the main areas where humans get congratulated is they marry, they have children, and also giving you benefits tax-wise, setting up the whole order of things to where you get incentivized for performing in this way, and disconnecting you from nature, having you manage pain and stress and not being with nature. So, hey, Mamai. Hey, Mamai. Mama, could you not write in my book? How about this? Wow. Here, come here. Yay. Yay. Here. Yay. 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 Yay! Mamai, what else? Would you like to contribute anything to this topic? We need our men, though, and we really need to. There's a skill in learning how to relate with men too, because they're very driven by their ego. Black men are very all men, many men are afraid, right? But black men have a particular thing in their psyche, which is why they constantly are begging for submission from women. Mama, mama, thank you. They're constantly demanding submission because they deep inside they already feel very low. Mama, no, 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 no. Professor James Small was like, "What man don't want a powerful woman? What man don't want a powerful woman?" Professor Smalls, James Smalls, I think. Oh, yeah. Oh, I know. Oh. You did it. You did it. Yes. Girl, who told you could be so cute? So tear it up. Tear it up, tear it up, tear it up. So with this video, there's a link. Here's the thing. Ultimately, I living together communally, which is how we lived before the advent of separation in Christianity. Okay? The ultimate goal, and what I've been trying to do in different ways, not as powerfully though, admittedly, since 2014, is to have us living communally. Okay. Please don't think this is like anything you've seen before. This is not like anything you've seen before. So just any ideas that came to your mind when I said that, please let them go. Okay? We are powerful beyond measure. Okay. I'm gonna read your comment in a minute, Mama. We are powerful beyond measure. I'm ready for my sex to create. Okay. Okay, I'm ready for my sex to create. I'm ready to be around black, wise, potent men and women who know that they are and are ready to lose their mind in a sense, okay? Meaning lose your current sense of identity inside of an environment that we all foster and nurture together. So we're physically in a space where we come with this agreement and understanding that this is what we're doing, okay? That we're here to love each other. We're here to drop any ideas we have about who the other person should be. Like, this is the level of awareness we're coming with. And the whole point is to tap into our hearts, into a power that we've yet to tap into together. Okay? And we allow all of the, right? But we stay with it. We get our breathing in order, and we have facilitators who are of this to be a part of this. Breathing facilitators, heart facilitators, sexual embodiment facilitators, true king energy in the room, true king energy, okay? And it's just beautiful. It's just absolutely beautiful. And so that's going to take way more than me. It's going to take us, like a multitude of us, of this frequency, okay? Not people who just like the frequency or admire the frequency or want to like grab at the Jesus's hymn of it, but are of this frequency, okay? Wow. Okay. Mama, no. Yeah. You know, this is like some real heaven on earth stuff. And we tap into that frequency. We tap into that frequency to access that power, because then with that power, we can move other things. We can start to tear things down and live at a transcendental state. Oh, God. I've been practicing in the transcendental state. Yeah. And, where there's love dramatically abounds in that space. So here's what's happening. So to begin that, I have this coming Sunday, my preliminary Crucible. Crucible is like a fire. It's like a CrossFit. It's like a CrossFit for your mind, for your spirituality, for your own transcendental state. And so it's us getting together for as long as we go, starting at 9 a.m., I think, Pacific. Anyway, the link is with this video. For women, right? I would like for men to be there. They're just not responding yet. There's something else to be done for that to happen. But I have my lane, and it's important that everybody be in their lane. Okay. And so this crucible is for us to come together and to generate some heat and start to tear down some pieces in our mind, so that we can, when you tear down the pieces in your mind, it's a trip how she gets down and up and down and up and down and up. When we tear down, pieces in our mind, we can see things that we can't currently see. We can allow things that we didn't currently allow, but you only when you're in with the frequency of certain people. This is why marriage alone, and I don't hear nobody else talk about this. I wonder if you know anything about this, Mamai. It's not just sex, it's the right sex. It's not just a husband, it's the right husband. It's like the right penis stroking the right vagina. They could be a great couple. Oh my God. Right? They could be great. Oh, they're wonderful. They're good. They're right. But it's not the right pussy, the right vagina. You see what I mean? Like, do you guys even know about this? Like, this is it. This is absolutely it. When his phallus and the tip of his penis hits the cervix and strokes the vaginal walls of a certain woman. And I think some men intuitively know this. They intuitively know this. This is why they want to get certain women and give them babies and control them, because they want access to her. They want, mama. All right, so Mamai said, I've been practicing in New York for several years. I've been approached by men, and when they realize the extent of my gifts, they try to control it or run from me. Yep. Many men are jealous. Yep. No one wants to do the real work. So a lot of people feel like that. But what if everybody who feels like no one wants to do the real work came together? Like, Mamai, what's up? I hope I'm saying your name right. You know, everybody's like, don't nobody want to grow up. Don't nobody want to wake. Don't nobody want to. And what I say is, those of us who see that, feel that, recognize that, come together, right? We create together. We're the core of the onion. I've talked about this. We're the core of the onion. We create, and that you got to trust in the feminine to do this in this way. You got to trust you got to trust that you do this thing and it opens the way for the next thing and the next thing, and you have no idea what it's going to look like and what's going to be required of you. I've talked about this. This is why the demonizing of the feminine has been around since a long time, because as soon as you disconnect from her, okay. So anyway, I'm out of here. If you got questions, message me. Yes, mama. Yes. Yes. We need to go. Come on, let's go. All right, I'm out of here. Email me if you have questions. Sign up for Sunday. All right, we're going to go now. Lots of love. Say bye. 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 Yeah, that's you. Bye. Bye. See y'all.